what I need is inside of me. I don't lack more. The man I love lives in me. I get much more. The one I need is inside of me. Lives in me. Dwells in me. I get so much more of you. Holy Spirit. I have so much more of thee. Holy Spirit, I get so much more of thee. Holy Spirit, I have so much of thee. Rivers of living water, because of your mercy. Holy Spirit, because of your forgiveness. Holy Spirit, because of your calling. Holy Spirit, because of your cleansing. Holy Spirit, because of your eternity. Holy Spirit, my heart pours out worship at your feet. My soul pour out worship at your feet. At your feet. Holy Spirit, rivers of living water. Ooh, ooh. I say yes to you as you ask my hand in marriage. I say yes, I do as you give me your fancy. I agree with you as you make me one with you. This is the nature of the feast of Shavuot. Ooh, a marital song. Hey, hey, is my marital song. In the past, royal law is my wedding gift. And now, the Holy Spirit is my wedding gift. Eternal, you are rested. He's my wedding gift. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My resting bed, Mary, your worshiper, Mary, the worshiper. She's ready to wash your feet. She's ready to dry your feet. Oh, she's ready to kiss your feet. Ooh, ooh. Holy Spirit, there comes the tears of worship, the feelings of worship, the passion of eternal worship. Right at your feet. Ooh, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Ruach HaKodesh, Holy Spirit, the river of living water. Mighty river of eternal living water. I worship you. I worship you. Greetings to the 13 tribes of Israel scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the name of Abba Yahuwah. Greetings from Abba Yahuwah to you and me, his eternal bride. Hope we are all doing great. If yes or no, still let his praise be heard in the camp of the enemy. Okay? Somehow, of course, sometimes it brings down the walls of Jericho. All right, if you are try all and all, not working, therefore go by praise and begin to celebrate the downfall of your enemy. You're going to see the walls of Jericho, for the flat. Hallelujah. All right, now, that's my tricks, okay? I have developed powerfully that attitude to obey what be all praise. All right, now, family, we want to dive into this controversial topic. But now you know where I'm driving to. I want to dive into it. I want to touch their head or serpent, their python's head. This is the no-go area. Don't touch their first fruit offering. Don't touch their tithe. And don't touch that sowing of seed. Don't dare. But I want to touch the head of python today. That is no-go area. But what baffles me, it is that the very law already be accomplished and nailed to the cross by the author of life, Yahushua HaMashiach. And that is the very law these people is keeping. Tithe is nailed to the cross. First fruit offering is nailed to the cross. So sin had nothing absolutely to do with money. That is, bringing about humanity or teachings. I won't even include that. But tithe is being nailed. Is being nailed. Not that is being nailed, but or rather is let me use a very respectful word, because it's not nailed. It's fulfilled right at the cross. I'm gonna prove that. First fruit offering is fulfilled right at the cross. And that is the very law these people is keeping. They are head of python that you dare not touch. If not, they're going to rain curses from eternity to eternity onto your head, upon your head, if you dare touch this area. But their curses is already being heaped upon their own heads. Because the word of Abba Yahuwah is sharper than any double-edged sword. It's going to pierce them up and down. All right now, like I always love to say, it's not by, emotional. It's not by feelings at all. It's not by radiation burning. No. It's not by sensation. But by what? But by the royal loss objective. We want to do that. First of all, here we are in the heavenly court room of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message titled For You and Me. Christianity is mental slavery. Through Jesus, there are AK-47 first fruits offerings. Should I take it again? Christianity is mental slavery. Through Jesus, there are AK-47 first fruit offering. Part 1 is 1 and 2. So I want to do one today. All right. So Shabbat evening, we'll put out the part 2. All right now, scriptures to validate this. This is very wonderful. They're going to enslave your mind, your soul, every single breath. The ability in you to raise it as human being is already being captured by these wicked spirits. These are giants, like I said. The law already been fulfilled. That is the most precious one for these people to keep. But you're going to be buying goat for your sin offering. You're going to be buying ram for your sin offering. You're going to show us where you... Anyway, this is what you're supposed to know as a human if you are worthy of life. Not that they changed the biblical Messiah's name. Okay? They changed his character. They changed his teaching. They changed his day of rest. They changed his feast. That it's going to make our hearts, merry. They change it. They change his time clock. And they change his calendar. And they change his quarter. They say now it is their appropriate PPC. And they now also change his color. Now, come on now. You want to sit there and say Jesus and the biblical Messiah, they are the same? Oh, absolute. No. It is another thing entirely. This is his teaching that changes it. He said, think not that I've come to destroy the law, not the prophet, but rather to fulfill. Now he said, until heaven and earth pass away, not even one dot from the Lord shall but no miss, pass away until you don't see the heaven and the first earth anymore. Revelation 21 said, then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth no more. All right. Now the part he already fulfilled. Like I can't imagine myself. I will just go and buy a ram and looking for a priest and come. I have sinned. No, we don't do that. No, 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 no. That part is done away with. In like manner, first fruit offering. In like manner, tithe. They are all being accomplished right at the cross. So right now, not that we don't still give money. I'm not doing this to defend, as a stumbling block, not for you not to give money. No, give according to the rules and the regulations of the New Testament. That is why it's being called New Covenant, even though it's not yet being established with the people of the book. That is why it said new. Do you know the difference from new and old? Oh, okay, let me give you one picture. I can't cook on the Shabbat if I then light fire on the Shabbat. My head stoned to death or chopped off. That was how serious it was. But when the biblical Messiah come, what did he do? He served at his apostles. Matthew 12. That was why he says, I'm the Adonai of the Shabbat, because he rested on the Shabbat. Okay, that was old system. Okay, with Hagar, my father passed out that law. Okay, right now I'm come to reform, to renew, to remake, to rebuild the whole thing anew again. I'm going to make it more simple. You can cook on the Shabbat. You can do something good on the Shabbat. Okay, that's it. He said, Matthew 17:5. Eliyahu was there, and Moshe was there. Abayawa said, yeah, him. Yeah, him. The one in the center, he said, this is my beloved son. Yeah, him. So one of yeah, him. How he wants us to be doing all this, okay? Like the way to give now in the New Testament is free will offering. Offering, we don't even touch offering. Offering is for eternity. But there are love offering, and there are also free will offering, and there are normal offering. Normal offering is a mandatory. Free will offering, it has to be a thing that comes from your heart. Love offering has to be also a thing that comes from your heart. That's how we give in the New Testament. All right. So right now, Mark or Luke 6:38. What did it say? That is our new giving. That is how we give. It said, give, and it shall be given back unto you. In the same measure you give, it's going to be measured back unto you. Now, that is, do it according to your ability. Measure. Measure what you have in your house. Measure what you have in your account. And take what you feel like bringing out of it. That when you bring it out of it, it's not going to weigh you down. It's not going to make you run into debt. It's not going to make you becoming a beggar. Just take what you can. Measure it. That you will find in Matthew 25. Matthew 25, you can take it from 40 way down. It's all about this. Some he gave 5 talents. So those one multiply, he now gave them 5 back. The one now, have 10. He said in the same way you give, it's going to be measured back. As he gave 5 talents, those one doubled, it becomes 10. Some may also give 2 talents, it becomes 4. And the one that he gave only 1, he couldn't measure back to that one. Why? Because that one was a wicked servant. That is going to be the one that has, maybe, okay, now you have 10 euro, 10 euros in your hands. Okay, let's say as your reserve. Somebody is dying of starvation, whereby you can even take 1 euro to make that person, happy, or to put smile in that person's face, or to help it die. So just 1 euro, and you refuse to bring out that 1 euro. That's going to be wickedness on you. I say it's not my business. I'm not going to touch that 10 euro. I just keep it as a savings, not for your daily food, but the one you keep. That is a wicked servant. It won't be measured back unto you. Okay, so this is how we give in the new commandment. No. First fruit offering, forget it. We're going to explore that right now. And whatever is done away with. It's been accomplished. Because he himself never asks of it. He never talk about it. He never teach it. He never put it as an obligation, let it continue go. He came to reformat and to renew and to remake and to rebuild the whole matter. Old Testament law was so difficult because of hunger. All right, and that is where the first fruit came from. Let's go back there now. This woman, you talk too much. Come on now, let us hear the title. Anyway, I love this message. Maybe I will still come back to it, but this is part one. So right now, let us begin to do it together, family. Here we are, 1 Timothy chapter 4, 1 and 2. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from their faith, giving heed to seducing spirit. This is how seducing spirit, okay? Seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. You giving your full salary, your paycheck salary, to one bastard demon called pastor. That is the doctrines of devils. Listen to their lying hypocrisy, okay? Speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience sealed, with a hot iron. They're not going to stop until they do their part. And the death is almost here to shatter them out of this nonsense. You don't want to keep the law. What is keeping Shabbat? Is it a bed? Celebrating a feast of the Bible, is it a bed? Keeping the royal law calendar, is that a bed? Using the time clock, is that a bed? Calling the one name given unto, is that a bed? But robbing from people is not a bed. Taking somebody, whether it's 1 day or 1 week or 2, I don't just care. As far as it's not what is found in the law, why put it words in our mouth? And what is already been done away with, and you still want to return it? Okay, now. Don't worry, it's coming back to your head in 7 ways. So we put some of you are lying hypocrisy, and you know this is already being done. You know you are not under this covenant. You know this covenant wasn't given unto you. You Gentile pork eating pastors, a Christian, you know me, he goat, a Christ oya, kie noe, You lying? All right. You know, 1 Timothy 4, 1 to 2 said, a hot iron has already been used to seal these people hard. They are not going to let go. And listen now. Proverbs 13, 19, I read this verse B. But it is abomination to fools to depart from evil. So this my teaching now is abomination until when they see if they don't fight me, they're gonna click this like if they were able to do it 1 million times or billion times or trillion times, they could have just done it. Because he said, who is a fool? It's sinner. He said the fool says in their heart there is no Yehovah. Simply put, sinners. It is an abomination for sinner to depart from evil. So he said a hot iron has already been used to seal their heart. They won't stop it. Next year they will do it again. They're going to keep robbing you. Now check it out. 21. Evil pursueth sinners. You see, evil is going to be chasing after you. Because you will not depart from it. Because it's what you eat, it's what you live with, it's what you go out with, it's what you speak, it's what you live for. Therefore, it's going to be chasing after you 24 hours. It pursue you. Evil chase is going to pursue you. Because you know you are lying in hypocrisy. You know this law is already being fulfilled, just like Passover rules and regulation of bringing animal, bringing goats, ram, whatever for your sin offering. It's already been sacrificed. It's already been fulfilled. That is the sacrificial law. It's done away with. You still preach it, stand and say, Christahinome said, when you hold the first fruit offering, you refuse to give it to their God Jesus. He said they are just going to destroy everything you have in your house. Matthew Ashomolowo said, when I type it as it was just too heavy, I said, I can't even listen to this nonsense before the prophecies of me. I want to hear, use their words against them. I was amazed when Christahinome himself said, when you keep the first fruit in your house, you refuse to release it to the Jesus. He says he's going to be destroying everything you have in your house. Can you believe that? Okay, I just summed down. Quickly, let me read that before we go now into our messages 1 and 2. So that's why I have time to pour out my heart. It's hurting. Listen to. Okay, Christakin said, when you keep the first fruits, it will destroy everything you have in your house. John Hagee said, the law of first fruit is a giant step in climbing a stairway to the stars, sources, and personal prosperity. And Matthew Ashimolowo said that every kingdom have a principle. He said the principle of the kingdom of Jesus is only to sow a seed. And Krista Kinome also said that money, I'm going to be quoting it, he quote that Proverbs 13 verses 8. Can you imagine this bastard? He got Krista Kinome said, money is a riches, your riches, a riches of a man is his ransom. Krista Philomena said, money is going to ransom you, not the message of the cross anymore. Money is, you can type it on YouTube and you see that Pastor Chris preach of first fruit offering. You're going to hear nonsense. I couldn't join. I said, no, I'm done. And the other useless pastor, I forgot his name, he also said that if you refuse to offer this first of fruit, he said the angel of Jesus right hand, because this is not the Almighty of the Bible. No, let me be referring to the bastard Jesus. Okay, he said the angel of Jesus right hand is going to be destroyed everything you lay your hands on. Can you imagine that? Where is the love? Now, could you also imagine where what David Oyedepo said? That one said that Jesus make him apostle of prosperity to Nigeria. Really? As of last year, February, I refused to, I forgot to do a research if it's still counting. I know it's still counting. Nigeria run into the most, Nigeria was labored the most poor nation on earth. They run into shrinking poverty. Even they said India was even richer than Nigeria. And whereby David Oyedepo said, Jesus make him an apostle of prosperity to Nigeria. And this bastard David Oyedepo also said, if you refuse to pay your tithe, you go into fasting for prosperity. You go into fasting for 40 days and for heaven to open unto you. He said heaven will never open unto you. He said, in fact, you will even return poorer than the way you went. That is the cause they are pouring upon people if you refuse to give them this money. He said you are coming back even more poorer than the way you went. That is, your condition is going to be worse than before. Can you imagine what Jesus apostles is saying to humanity? Did you just get that? And this bastard David Oyedepo also said, their God, because I'm not going to be referring this nonsense to Jehovah. He said their God allowed devil to destroy Job and everything Job has. Because what? Because Job did not pay tithe. Now this is blasphemy, okay? That punishment in the lake of fire is the most hottest place of it all. Because you lied. They are lying in hypocrisy. I can't imagine them quoting all these verses, not even realize somebody radical is going to be looking into their nonsense and begin to refute and expose them. So right now, with this being said, let us dig into what is first fruit offering according to the royal law governing system. According to the royal law governing system, let's see what was that, or what is that. All right, now here we are, Hebrews chapter 7, verses 5. Listen now. This is where it comes from. And verily, they that are of the sons of Levi, okay, who receive the office of the priesthood, have a commandment to take tithes. Okay, tithe, okay, of the people according to the law. According to the law. And these people said they are not under law, but they are under grace. Therefore, what concerns you concern tithe or offering, first fruit? Why are you doing that? According to the law. And you say you are not under law. Jesus nailed it to the cross. You, in fact. All right, now, first fruits offering, we start. Want to begin to lay hammer and expose, okay, the mystery behind that. Why should Abayiwa request for first fruits? Exodus, Shemot, chapter 30, verses 1 and 2. Want to know what is the first fruit he actually asks of. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe, saying, sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and of beast. It is mine. Did you get that? So why should it say man? Well, any firstborn, if it's a male child, it belongs to him. That is the first fruit. If it is animal, it belongs to him. That is his first fruit. Why? And we are coming, one of us to first deal with the firstborn, and later we'll not deal with the soil, the first fruit of the soil. Okay, what is that? In fact, you're going to be getting a clarity when we are done with Genesis 3 because it came from there. Let me tell you, said the kingdom of Yahweh is not meat and bread. Okay, it is not food. Just like Passover, oblation. We're gonna eat goat. We're gonna eat ram. We're gonna eat malu. But was that actually what it meant for? No. Exodus chapter 12. Was it meant for eating? But something powerful. He is just illustrating. It's a metaphor. It's just like kind of illustration. That is why Romans chapter 1 verse 20 says, the invisible thing is being understood by the things by the things made by Yahweh. He said the invisible things is being understood by the creation. By what he created, you're going to be getting the invisible. Simply put, the natural is going to be revealing the spiritual. We just eat, we dance, we jubilate. But that is not the message. The message is the redemption, is the works of salvation that is Passover, in like manner first fruit offering. So let's see, what was that? Genesis 3. Now in Genesis 3, chapter 3, I'm not going to be reading it because no room for that. You know by now what Genesis 3 contains. So what happened? I want to just voice it. So what happened? The first man, Adam, was the first fruit that openeth the womb, the earth, the mother earth. It's like a womb that incubates you and me, that indwells you and me. And in like manner, womb is indwelling he or she, a seed already be planted in. Adam was the first fruit here on earth. Okay, he was the one that opened the womb. Okay, he belongs to Abba Yehovah. Serpent said, not so with me. It's gonna be from where? From the womb to the tomb. You are the one that opened for Abba Yehovah, but you also is gonna open the ground for me, the tomb, the grave. I'm gonna plant you inside the grave. I'm not gonna leave you to rule here on earth. You are going down the grave. All right. By single tricks, he deceived them to carry out this ideology, to carry out his, what he wants. It happens. Fearful. He also, the womb, or the tomb, becomes his dwelling, where he's also going to indwell people. All right, now, Abba Yehovah give you simple illustration. If you don't keep it, the serpent is going to bite you. Actually, he bites them. So what happened? A curse was being released upon the ground. From that hunger, Abba Yehovah releases a curse upon the ground. I think I'm going to read that. Okay. So because this, what Abba Yehovah said, Adam, you opened the earth, you opened the womb, you are mine. And the serpent said, that was the dragon. Serpent said, no way. You also need to open the tomb for me. He did it. And we see Genesis chapter 4, what took place? Abel, really indeed, become the first one to enter the ground, which is the tomb or the womb of serpent. Okay, now, so I want to check out the ground. Listen. That's simply Genesis 3:17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it, cursed is the ground for thy sake, in sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of your life. The ground is cursed. Thorns also, and tassel shall bring forth. What is thorns and what is tassel? They are demons, okay? They are demons on the word. And that was the thorn on the second Adam's head, right at the cross. The ground was cursed. The man wasn't, but the ground. Okay, right now. The same cause that goes to the serpent, because you open now the grave for him, therefore you're going to suffer inside that grave. Okay? Genesis 1, there wasn't anything like that. Abba Yehovah declared, let there be tree, let there be this, and let there be that. Okay, it was so. But now, for you to plant a seed, for you to plant any crops in where cometh first fruit, he needs to go down, and that is just an illustration. Abba Yehovah is not after fruit to go and bring me fruit to eat. No. He is giving a powerful illustration that Adam, you are already there. So learn that from what you're going to be doing here on earth. You see, by the sweat, Now it's going to be with hard labor. Put something in the ground. Before in Genesis, you just spoke, it come to pass. You don't need to do nothing. No, but now the seed need to die because you died already. So be as like manna. It was just teaching Adam what he is now. You must go down and you will die. I'm not going to leave you in the grave. After all, there's going to be a resurrection. And as soon as that resurrection comes from the crops of your feet, give me the first fruit. It is a powerful sign of you coming back to me. It's a powerful sign that that one that I pick is going to be like a kind of okay, Yahushua is the second one. You are all going down, but be practicing this first fruit first before the one, my word, that new sin comes to redeem you all. That was what, okay, I think I'm going ahead of myself. I think so. I think so. So there's a place I'm supposed to read before I go into this. Let's do that together before we come back here. Here I am, Yochanan, John 12, 23 to 24. And Yahushua answered them, saying, the hour is come that the Son of Man should be glorified. Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die. Okay, it abideth alone, but if it die, it bringeth forth much seed. Excuse me. Oh, my father. No. NIV make it so clear. I was already King James. Let me use NIV comparison. John 12, 23 to 24. Yahushua replied, the hour has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. I tell you the truth, unless a corn of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seed. I come here for the many seed. Did you just get that? If it dies. So right now, Adam died already. Okay? He died in his sin. But this one is going to die in righteousness. For him comes every first fruit. Listen up. Now, that was the teaching of the plantation of the crowns. When you put seed, he will die. From Yahushua teachings, that seed is going to die. We don't know the mystery behind that. I think the bosom of Father Abraham has that for us. That is the ground they were until Yahushua comes. They were all there in the bosom of Father Abraham. No heaven, no resurrection, no bearing of fruit. They died, the seed. But as soon as Yahushua comes, before I go into that, I want to first of all talk about one thing. We are still coming back here, okay? Because from there, we will not conclude with what it is, with what is first fruit now. We see already the seed. I just pour out the seed. The plantation of the field is just an illustration. That when you put it down, it dies. It's an illustration of what transpired in Genesis 3. What happened to Adam. And so every one of us go down and die. And who's going to resurrect us? That is the one that fulfilled the eternal high priest. That said this. Now, how? I want it to be. I want it to be done. So right now, we see the first fruit. Let's go back again. And let me tell you what you should have been telling your pastor to be doing for you. You also missed it because you are a goat. A goat, male, wherever they push your head, male, zombie winner, one-way male, because you don't study for yourself. This is what actually you should have also been telling them to do for you. Since this your useless pastor left the message of the cross and left the message, the reality of the royal law, and now go for money making auto generation tithe, auto generation whatever, first fruit. That is what I go for. This one also you should have been telling them to do for you. I want to add this before we proceed with the seed, mystery of the seed. Listen now. 1 Samuel chapter 2, verses 18 to 20 is about Samuel. But Samuel ministered before Yehovah, being a child, gathered with a linen ephod. Moreover, his mother made him a little coat and brought it to him from year to year when she came up with her husband to offer the yearly sacrifice. And Eli blessed Elkanah and his wife and said, Yehovah give thee seed of this woman for the loan which is lent to Yehovah. And they went their own. Because who took care of Samuel? It is Eli, the man of Yehovah. The man of Elohim took care of that baby. Because it is the first fruit that opened the womb. Bring it to the house of Yehovah. Abba Yehovah is mine. Don't touch it. Therefore, whenever you make any first baby male child, give it to your pastor to take care of him. for you. Give it to your pastor to raise it for you because it is the first fruit. It belongs to Yehovah. You're going to only be taking first fruit for money. No, you take first fruit son and cater for him and provide for him and send him to school and pay all the bills of his life. You'll be mugu, eh? That is what I will keep thinking. I said, it was the day when I was still Christian, I knew all this secret. I would have just said, I will call my pastor, I beg, go and bring my first son. My first child was a male child. I beg you, go and bring him. And come and trade it for Yehovah. You are mad. You think you are wise. Stupid people. Now back to the mystery of seed. This plantation of the ground of your soil, it is just an illustration of what took place in Genesis 3, how we're going to be resurrected, how Adam is going to be resurrected, not the first Adam, the second Adam. So I want to go back to that now. But tell your pastor to be taking care of your first son for you. If male child open the womb, please go and give it to your pastors and let them care for them. It is time you begin to question this useless pastor. When I was in vision, I think about 4 days ago, I was in this vision. It was a kind of a hostel. I couldn't want to put it before we start. It's a kind of a hostel. So in that vision I came out, I was privileged in that vision to be teaching people how to spread their bed and before you lay on it. That was my job in that vision, to teach people how to spread their bed in order for you to lay in peace in it. So when I was going out, I was having a bunch of keys uncountable, and being chained together, okay, with a diamond chain, that white diamond chain, okay. I took it and then I went out to go to the other. It was kind of a hostel to go and minister to other people there. I went into a place and I began to minister to them. I teach them this, how you should spread your bed, this, how you in order for you to lay in peace. So as soon as I was done, I was returning back to my own building hostel in that vision. And now saw uncountable armed robbers with double barrel in their hands. The marks, in fact, if you see the marks they put on, you can't even identify who are they. They were darker than the thick darkness. They are so huge like Iroko tree. They are so fat, even more than the elephant. When I say the grab, feared, I was so terrified. I was grabbed in such a fear. I said, what? All my body was shivering. So while I was shivering, then the key fell out of my hands because I was afraid, don't shoot me, they want to kill me. There was no way out because the whole street was filled with these armed robbers. So tall, so fat, and so dark. They put on a face mask from the crowns of their head to the sole of. You can never identify them, who they are. What you will see is the marks of themselves with. I was so shivering. So one of them, as soon as that key fell, it fell in the front of one of them. And then when I picked the key and I gave it back to me, you dare not touch Yehovah's bride. He gave me back. I thought he's gonna steal that key from me. That keys, there were many. He took it. Despite the diamond in it, chain, he never touched. He gave it back to me. I was amazed. He said, "Take, it's for you. Take." And I said, "Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, thank you, sir." So prior to that fear in my heart, I was not afraid. I said, I don't want to go because other thieves, other people out there, I don't know if those one will be kind to me. Let me return back to lay in one of those people that I taught how to lay in their bed. Let me go and sleep in their bed. Before I now heard a voice, he said, you cannot sleep on someone's salvation. You have your own salvation. Return back to your room. They won't dare touch you. Then I returned back. As I woke up, he said, these are Christian pastors. This is what they are about to do. Is to rob them understanding, is to rob their spiritual significances of it. He said, what I really meant about this fruit is they already taking that one away. And their double barrel is to take their substance, is to take their money. And to leave them meaningless. Just as the name of Jesus is meaningless. I'm the one saying this now. Jesus, when you take Jesus, but Jesus in Hebrew, it's meaningless. It don't have no meaning. When you take it to Greek, it don't has no meaning. But when you take it to Latin, it simply means earthly pig. It is a earthly pig. Feces. It's going to pour feces on you all. So you should stick with that name. So right now, let's dig into the first fruit offering. We see the natural one now. We're going to see that from the second Adam. If I'm not able, of course, it's part 2. No problem. We proceed in part 2. So much has already been said here. Now, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, 20, listen now. But now is Mashiach, raising from the dead, and become the first fruit of them that slept. Until Yehoshua died and raised, no one goes to heaven. Every one of them started from Adam way down to Yochanan, okay, John the Baptist. They were all in the bosom of Father Abraham. Even those there, we don't know what it is being called, but we see Yahushua himself now said it is being called the bosom of Father Abraham. And if you have the Gospel of Nicodemus, read it from chapter 12 way down to chapter 19 and go and see the great wonders that took place in that 3 days and 3 nights of resurrection. That is what your plantation is. When you put seed down, he died. There is a mystery behind that. Only Abayewa knows how he grows up. Only Abayewa water it. Only Abayewa watch for it until it spring out. But for all, we see that he dead already. All hope is gone. All hope is lost. But Abayewa said, no. Even though Sempe, you turn it the other way around. You now make the ground your grave. You now make the ground your womb. You now make my children from the womb to the tomb. Nevertheless, I'm still going to cause a resurrection. He said, my counsel still is going to stand. That is the illustration of first fruit. Abayewa is not hungry of food. Yes, in Passover we jubilate when we kill cow, when we kill, when we kill ram, when we kill goat, those days for our sin. We eat it, isn't it? But is that the actual meaning of it? No, it is spiritual. It's like manna planting of seed. First fruit is. It is spiritual. It is spiritual. It is spiritual. Okay. Now he said, when he is the firstborn of them that slept. Let's see them that slept. As soon as he rose, they also arose. Because this is how that seed that goes down bear much fruit. It's just an illustration. The sowing of your crops. Matthew 27, 50 to 53. Yahushua, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielding up the spirit, and behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom. Oh, my Father. What's your business? To the bottom. And the earth did quake, and the rock rents. That is the womb of the devil needs to be rent and needs to be torn into pieces. Because it is not possible for the grave to hold them back. We must bring out first fruits. We must resurrect. 52. And the graves were opened, and the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose, and came out of the grave after his resurrection. Because he was the first fruits. This is the teaching of the first fruits. We put some. I wanted to end the first fruit of the spirits and of the male and cattle. You know, we pacify. Animal pacify us. You know, like Yahushua is the lamb. Animal pacify him. We are the sheep. Gentile is the goat. And the beast. And snake. Okay? So animal pacify us. That was why I also said the firstborn of the animal is also for him. I wanted to end this here, but nevertheless we'll continue part 2. Romans 11, 16. And for if the first fruit be holy, the loom is also holy, and the root be holy, so are the branches. Did you get that? Yahushua is the root, is holy. Everyone that follows him, we are all holy. Every single first fruit offering ends in him. Follow up with part 2. Listen who we are. We are holy. Romans chapter 8, 23. And not only that, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the spirits. We are the first fruit of the spirit, because the very first fruit is holy. And so do we. It's not food. Not only food. It's speaking of something powerful spiritual. 1 Corinthians chapter 16, 15 to 16. I beseech you, brethren, ye know that house of Stephanas, that is the first fruits of Aqua, and that they were dedicated themselves to the ministry of the saints, that ye submit yourselves also, that ye submit yourselves unto such as to everyone that helpeth with us and laboreth. Did you get that? Now, when I'm saved, what is our first fruit? When I'm saved, now any first convert I win to the kingdom is the first fruit. And heaven rejoice, an angel party, because I brought a first fruit. And you see, who was the first fruit? Stephanas or whatever, of Aqua. Did you get that? Where is money being said over here? Any first fruit, any single cover I want, as soon as I be born again, anyone that minister unto me also become that person, a first fruit unto Yehovah. Any single cover that I want into the kingdom is my first fruit unto Abba Yehovah. He said we all should be doing that. Because as soon as I want the first fruit, that one is also going to want somebody. That one is also going to want somebody. He's talking about kingdom, resurrecting people from the grave. Resurrecting people from the grave, the womb of serpent, and bring them back to resurrection. You are talking of money, 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 money. So this is how we bear much fruits, because we go down. As he also go down, becoming the first fruit of them that slept. Now, this is how we bear the fruits. John chapter 15, you can take it from 1 to 5. I am the true vine, and my Father the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he pruneth it, that he may bring forth more fruits, more first fruits, like what I just illustrated. It's going to be going and spreading until the end of it. Now, okay, no, I read for abide me and I in you, as the branches cannot bear fruit of it of itself, except ye abide in the vine. No more can ye, except ye abide in me. I am my Father. Okay, in order for you to bear much fruits, as I minister to you, you become a convert. You are my first fruit. You also minister to somebody. That one becomes a convert. It's his first fruit. It's your first fruit. It keeps spreading on and on. It's not money. Satanic seed. Christahinome. Now we're going to end with this. In 2 days time, I will upload the part 2. Revelation 41 to 4. We say, what is the first fruit? Is of the Spirit. And I looked, and lo, behold, stood. And I looked, and behold, a lamb stood on my side, and with him 144,000, having his name and his father's name written on their foreheads. Okay, I rush to part 4, verses 4. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they were virgin. This is the wise virgin. These are they which follow the Lamb wherever he go, for they will be redeemed. Okay, from the end of the earth, being the first fruits unto Yehovah and to the Lamb. I deliberate more on this in part 2. They are the first fruits. They be redeemed, not defiled themselves with the women. Well, who is woman? It is Christ said on Revelation 17. Revelation 12, holy woman. Revelation 17,